Um, let's now go across. We have Gyanendra Shukla, MD and CEO at Rallis India, to come talk to us about their Q3 numbers. Mr. Shukla, let me ask a more broad-based question to start off with. Talk to us about how Q3 has shaped up. Would you rate it as a slightly weaker quarter given the kind of numbers you posted in Q2? And talk to us also about how it stacks up from an FY26 standpoint. Give us the perspective as to how FY26 plays out versus the Q3 quarter.
Yeah, so obviously, let me conclude Q2 quarter because that happened a while ago. Q2 quarter had challenges because there was excess rain, and as a result, farmer had missed the sprays, and that was the reason Q2 wasn't very good for many companies, including us. But when I look at Q3 number, I think I'm very pleased with the numbers. There was a good moisture level available in the country. As a result, there was a slightly increased planting of some of the crops which are favorable to us. And I must say that all our segments we operate, have contributed to this growth.
Okay, so that's on how the quarter has shaped up. Mr. Shukla, talk to us about what the outlook is going ahead. Given that rains were very robust last year, we're expecting a hotter summer this time around. Talk to us about what that does for demand for some of your products and how you're seeing the rest of this calendar year to play out.
So my expectation would be that, because crop is already on the ground, and I expect, the momentum we have got in Q3 to continue in Q4. And Q4 also towards end of March, basically some of the business which is related to Kharif, particularly cotton seed, also starts coming in. So I'm very optimistic about ending the year well.
What about launches, Mr. Shukla? How's that pipeline looking? You had 8 launches penciled in for FY26. Talk to us about the traction building there.
So of all the 9 launches I talked about in my previous calls, I think except one, all have done well. Now we're in the process of really further expanding those portfolios. The other thing is that we did launch 2 more products in the Kharif Rabi season. So we added a wheat herbicide in our portfolio. And then we also added, we got some patents on the new products, one herbicide in US and one product in 3-way combination wheat herbicide and there's another product for a herbicide in US. So our pipeline continues to progress well. On the top of that, we also got some approvals. So one approval we got in Brazil, we got one approval in US for a fungicide. Brazil approval was for an insecticide. So overall, I think good progress from on all the fronts.
Okay, Mr. Shukla, talk to us about your volume outlook. This time volume was good, but it was slightly offset by pricing pressure. Talk to us about where you're seeing both of these metrics, your volumes and pricing headed, volumes for crop care and seeds in particular, if you could just throw some light there.
So volume depends on the pest condition in the market, situation in the market. So volumes obviously, because crop condition was good, went up. But pricing depends on various factors, including China factor, where cheaper products can continue to get imported by local generics or many other companies. So it's always something we control is really volume. Pricing is always competitive, but volume is something we do care because we don't want to lose market share in the place.
Right. And Mr. Shukla, let's talk about the entire pesticide and fertilizer space overall. Now, last year we did hear PM Modi in his speech mention how he wants to create a whole sort of make in India environment for fertilizers and pesticides. And given that we're only days away from the budget, what are you expecting to hear on that front? Any policy support that you're expecting?
So there are 2 major bills pending in the parliament for a long period. I expect some momentum on the pesticide management bill as well as seed bill. They have been pending for a long period of time, and they're quite dated. Pesticide management bill, seed bills, they go as old as more than 40-50 years. I think that should work very well for the organized players because it brings more clarity. It helps in supporting innovation. As far as fertilizer sector is concerned, India always had a phosphorus and potash problem. We like it or not, I think we'll have to continue to import because we don't have our own reserves. Urea is one which India can create capacity, but we are not into that space, so it's very difficult for me to comment.
Mr. Shukla, hi. Morning, Sajid here. You mentioned about some of the pending bills. The seeds bill is pending before the parliament and under discussion with various parties. What could be the impact for the sector as a whole once this bill gets passed?
So as for sector, I see it as a very positive for the organized players because it brings clarity on various things, traceability of the seed, as well as it talks about government not interfering into price of the seed. I think overall, from what I have seen, it is very, very positive.
And does it also, allow corporatization or more corporates entering into this segment?
So this sector is already, I would say, very populated. I mean, if you go across the spectrum, more than hundreds of companies are operating in seed, crop protection, and soil and plant health space. So I think as bills get more modified, I think larger companies would have enough incentive to invest more in these businesses, do more R&D, more innovation.
And with regard to exports, Mr. Shukla, what's the kind of, it's done well at least this quarter. What's the kind of run rate that one can expect there?
So it's very, very, I would say, unpredictable, and the current environment, which is going around, I think is very, very difficult to say. Having said that, there are nuances there. So certain products are exempted, certain not exempted. Most of the duties are primarily on the formulations. So technicals are exempted. The other pattern we have seen, you don't see a secular trend. I mean, in a particular year, a particular product moves faster. Next year, some other product. And I see this as a good opportunity to continue to keep Rallis business very diversified in the seed, soil and plant health, and crop protection. And within crop protection, we have domestic business, export business, as well as CSM business. So from that perspective, I see our diversification strategy also in a very focused manner is also playing out very positively.
Okay. On that note, Mr. Shukla, we'll let you go. Thanks once again for your time and good chatting with you. Good luck for the quarters to come.
Thank you very much.
Okay, viewers, time for a very short break. Before we do that, just taking a look at where the market is right now. 25,200 is where we are at. But what's looking slightly better compared to when we had opened is the advance decline ratio. That is improving. You have more stocks now in the advances than earlier. Of course, the bias still lies towards the declines. But yes, that mix seems to be improving. But on that note, time for a very short break. Be right back with more on the other side.